Microphone check. 1 2 1 2 stupid face. What's going on, everybody? Sounds good. All right. We got the pipes back. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll start then. What's going on, everybody? I'm Robbie B, and this is the Hobby Report, your weekly tabletop resource to help keep your hobby muscles strong. Biggest hobby muscles in the business right there. What's going on, everybody? Thanks to the host, Keelan. Appreciate it, man. How's everybody doing tonight? Yo, dogs. So, if you're just tuning back in, we didn't stream last week because my voice literally sounded like that and I wasn't playing. I had a touch of the stupid voice. That's my NASCAR. That's my NASCAR banners right there. Dripix, Drips, Drip X. There it is. There's the intro music. We went on a little early. Yeah, I feel a lot better. Turns out, when you move to a new area that has lots of interesting plants and things about, you're bound to get sick. You're gonna have to deal with it. I tried to ignore it, but it turns out I could not. But we're all better now. Yeah, Keelan, your standard bearer guy was looking pretty fresh. I could never freehand like that. It would take me 100 million more hours to do that than what you did. So this is the Rat Cat attack. Rat Cat back to back. I guess Keelan coming over with all his rats.
What up, dude?
And not much, man. What's going on? What was that? I don't even know. Oh, is that the sub thing? Oh, word. Oh, weird. Okay, so it's a. I guess Streamlabs is a little behind today. That's weird. All right. Interesting. Thank you for the resub, Elric. Yeah. So I guess now it's like it's September. So if you are new and never streamed before, I think you get a sub for half price to the stream here. I don't know exactly how it all works. There was an email that went out. I think that's the gist of it. I don't think it works on mobile.
The double deuce.
Oh, is that thing going again? Everything like reset itself. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties for everyone. Sub notification. There we go. That's weird. The volume's all the way down on that. Interesting.
Yeah, haven't seen the stream in almost 2 months.
There's all sorts of things going on, but there's no animations for it. What the heck? Did I turn something off? Oh my goodness. I was tinkering with everything earlier today. No, Twitch alerts is on. Weird. Alright. I don't know what's going on. G Finnegan, thank you for the resub. Gary the Fat Man too, thank you also for the resubs. So if you are resubbing, I think I have it set to get an extra 100 catnaps because of the whole like discount September. We're not proud this month. We're trying to get some more subs. I know our numbers are probably down because, like I said, we haven't streamed in about 2 weeks. We missed last week because we had a bad voice box, but now we're back. So jump on in. Oh, the subs are how much? 250? Oh, cool. All right. So there you go. If you've never streamed before, or if you've never subbed to this stream and you are a new sub, you will get it for half price. Score yourself 200 catnaps for all those giveaways and things we do here on Spiky Bits. And if you are a resubscriber, well, you get some extra catnaps too. Fair for everybody. Fair and balanced. That's how we are here at Spiky Bits. Fair and balanced. Correct. It does not work on mobile. I do not know why. I think the mobile is a little lackluster when it comes to interfacing.
Hurrah, technically it's my 3 month, but only counted 2 month.
Oh no, Catbox. Well, thank you regardless. for the resub. So let's run down. We got a great show for you tonight. We got a lot of Deathguard stuff to talk about. I feel like people want to talk about Deathguard. There was some AdMech previews today, but they're kind of lackluster. I feel like they're going to get the kind of the Grey Knight treatment. You Grey Knight players know what I'm talking about. Liz Gray in the house. Valkyrie 44. What's going on? LT, of course. Loves minis. Love minis. Don't we all? Lando. I figure the storm's up about your way nowadays, isn't it? We got some rain here, but nothing like what we were expecting. Kev Rob, Camo Specs Online.
I'm doing my part.
For the cat gods.
Hey, bud. What's up? Elric's Hobbies in the house. Make sure you check out elricshobbies.com for all your resiny goodness needs. I got a resin base over there on the corner for an upcoming project we might talk about tonight. Mason 859. G Finnegan, of course. Yeah. There's all sorts of I don't know what all these noises and things are. I don't know what's going on.
What the f is the internet?
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.
Starting things off hot.
There we go. Holy cow, G Finnegan. What's going on? You want that Lady of Strife? I see, alright. So as alluded to, thank you so much, G Finnegan. You're definitely coming in hot right there. Goodness. Speaking of hot, we got our co-host is on the lap. Oh, he is not happy. That was not the face of a happy cat. He's like, why are you showing me to the people? Don't show them. I'm not here. So tonight we have a win it before you can buy it, the Lady of Strife. Here she is right here. We got a review up online, of course.
Yeah, what can you do?
That means
8 months gone, and more months to come.
Oh, that's right. Wait, will it be 9 months next month? I think it will be, because it'll be September? Or is this September? I don't know. Somebody math check me. We might actually hit 9 months this month. I think it might be 9 months. I don't think that's an actual icon or anything, but it'd be cool. And nonetheless, we're having little spiky bits babies. Oh, cool. Yelta, you got your stuff in the mail? That's what's up. So anyways, yep, we got the Lady of Strife right here, ready to go out to some lucky individual. This is the one that's in the video. It's such a cool miniature. We have another one. We might take a look at it tonight. I don't know. I have not opened the package yet. It's package 507. Oh, is that it? That's like the secret sauce. It's package 507 right there. There you go. Nah, G Finnegan, it gave the catnaps. It looks like it's actually working. Yeah, it definitely worked. Speaking of which, yep, Lady of Strife is the top donator giveaway tonight. Win it before you can buy it, of course. There is some other great various prizes over there. We've got actually quite a few win it before you can buy it. We got the new X-Wing expansion. I think we also have the Latari Elves starter from FFG, from our friends over at FFG. We're actually going to talk about that tonight because their sculpts are really coming on point from the starter set. I wanted to show those to you guys as well. So I think that's actually out now, though. Don't take my word for it. It could be a win it before you can buy it. I don't know. I think it is out. I think it recently was released. And a host of other good prizes. We have 2 of these left, too. I thought we were going to give them all away in August, but we've got 2 Spiky Bits paintbrush holders left. 3 3D printed bad boys right here. They break down so you can portability them. Shabam!
Are quote fucking clown shoes.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
That cat did not look pleased.
No, that cat was not pleased. He is no longer on the lap. He is an angry cat. He'll try to kill me while I sleep tonight. So, Spiky Bits paintbrush holder on the Catbox giveaway as well. Who's that? Valkyrie. Valkyrie, thank you. Appreciate it. No, he was not happy. Oh, all right. Somebody has to resub for 9 months. I feel like we're there. I feel like I've been streaming for at least 9 months. Oh, LT, too soon, bro. Too soon. Yep, we're here. We're live. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right, let's talk about some Hobbit stuff. What do we got to talk about tonight? Let's see. Well, first off, we're going to be adding a little bit more stream time. One model is sold out as well. LT, you have officially played more games than me this month of the Warhams. I think it'll be 9 months very soon too. I think this is the month. This is the month we're making spiky bits, cat babies. Was I banned from Nova? No. I was basically banned from Nova. That's not the same as saying I was banned from Nova. I'm just saying, if you sell tickets to an event in June and don't list that, hey, we're going to have additional restrictions, and then a couple weeks before the event, or whatever it was, like a week, 2 weeks, I don't know, because I didn't get the newsletter or whatever, I guess, that said you can't take pictures and all content of Nova Open is like subject of Nova Open. Do not take pictures. You will be asked to leave. That I'm probably not going to go to the event. That's just dumb. So we didn't go, and I asked Brand about it, and I was like, hey man, would have been nice to know that when I purchased my tickets in June. Oh, well, it was clearly posted and it's free. And I was like, it's not free. You have to buy an event badge to go to this event. So I spent $40. It would have been nice to know. Oh, well, you know, that's the policy. Okay, well, I'm not going. And then, while the event is literally happening, the GW preview is literally happening, I have 3 streams open, getting live fed information from the event. And 45 minutes later, it's up on Warhammer Community anyway. So, turns out, we didn't really have to go regardless. So, it was easy. But yes, there was a retroactive blanket statement applied to tickets purchased for the event mere days/weeks before it was supposed to happen. That, well, obviously made my decision to go very easy. So there it is. Yeah, I think we have some pretty good on-scene reporting. We'll probably do it again next year. Now that we have the system down, I think it will be fine. No, that's just somebody trying to stir up drama where there is no drama. Anyhow, yeah, I don't think, I mean, I just think that was in poor taste, like throwing up a blanket statement saying that you own all the content, all the pictures and everything, and that, like, it was just, I mean, you could look into it, you can check out the Nova Open Facebook page, you know, whatever, like, it's all there in black and white. Like, 2 hours before the event started, it was posted on their Facebook. Apparently it went out in a newsletter a couple weeks before. I don't know. I'm not on the newsletter, so I don't know. As soon as I got wind of it through some backdoor channels that that Brant was attempting to have some folks talk to me behind the scenes, and I was like, I don't understand what this is about, but okay. And then all of a sudden there was a policy put in place, so whatever. I'm not saying it was for me, but I'm just saying the policy negatively affected my need to go to the event, so I didn't go to the event. And that's that. There's really no need to say anything else about it. Other than I'm Rob Bear and I have a stupid face. Somebody clip me. There you go. No, none of it matters whatsoever. It really doesn't. Somebody decided to make a YouTube video about it. I thought it was great. My first YouTube hater video. Cheers. Usually it's just stupid Facebook posts, but now we got a YouTube hater video, which I think the guy was actually pretty confused too, because he seemed to think me and Kenny were like the same person. And I understand where we're very similar people, and it's very hard to tell me and Kenny Boucher apart. I understand that, and I understand the confusion completely. But I feel like we're different people. Oh, it's a good video. Let me see if I can find it. You guys have to promise not to watch it while we're streaming here. It's 20 minutes long. It's pretty much awesome. Let's see. I think I got it right here. This is the best part. He even made me a meme. Check this out. How cool is that? I even got a meme out of it. Yeah. Boom. He went to my Facebook page and everything. So good, it's bad. Here we go. Here you go. Click here for. Here's your latest. Oh shoot! Hold on. Do not click on that. So good. There you go. Clickbait and fake gangster shit. Click there. Right meow. Or not right meow. You should listen to me. But listen to that later. It's pretty awesome. Anywho. So enough about that. Let's talk about actual real important things. Like redemptions. So we are going to be streaming more this month. I'm going to try streaming on After Kenny tomorrow. Just some really cool painting tutorials, just some low-key kind of stuff. No top donator giveaway, just like, you know, maybe some cat attack, you know, promos or something like that. We'll just kind of sit around for 2 hours, shoot the crap, do some painting. I got a lot of different projects going right now that I think a lot of these tutorials could help out a lot of, you know, beginning folks, because I started using a lot of the army painter stuff, which is really good for bringing from starting from scratch and then really kind of coming up and getting whole armies painted quick. And of course I made it a lot harder because I was airbrushing some of it, but you can easily just use their primers, and I'm going to show you some of that I think tonight. And show y'all how to use some of these really good techniques and stuff that the army painter has in their lineup. Custodian Praetor, you said I do look like him, except for I love cats. Yeah, I feel like Kevrob. Yes, I do look a lot like Kenny. I understand where a lot of the confusion comes from. I really do. So check out the new redemptions. We got the gift bags, we got the mystery box, everything reloaded for this month. There will be a lot of chances to get your catnaps going forward in this month. I think we'll be streaming at least 6 more times this month. So that's a lot of projects to get done. I can't wait to see what we can knock out. In an interesting turn of events, Kenny is painting Iron Warriors and I am painting Nurgle. I don't know how that happened, but I feel like I don't know which way is up anymore. Maybe there is something to me and Kenny being the same person. Who knows? Alright, well, over on the Long War, we're back in the studio putting out videos. We had a great video that went live this morning. I think it was the $300 challenge. The Ultramarines versus Genestealer Cult, $300 armies. The Ultramarine army was actually painted by Hero Hammer Studios, and there's a link in the video that you can check out if you want to get your stuff painted up blue, nice and blue. Get them big blues. Live on the Hall of Veterans is some Nurgle Demons versus Dante and the Blood Angels, 2000 point 8th edition. I guess the Index battle. Index versus Index. They don't have codexes yet. They're waiting. Like lurkers. Lurkers in the dark. Waiting for that sweet, sweet codex drop. I guess neither of them have a codex in the near future. We're all at AM and Astra Militarum and Tyranids, Craftworld Eldar, Chapter Approved, maybe. Dem hero hams. Kenny dropped, like I said, painting Iron Warriors fast and easy. My next video will be painting Nurgle fast and easy. You heard it here first. Maybe not really, but maybe. John Bingham, what's going on, man? Actually, my last video was how to paint dragon skin. So there you go. With Mr. Hammerhands himself. We have a whole bunch of Hammerhands videos coming out because there was a lot of different colors and skills to learn from that particular model there. You got the greens on the skin. We did the golds already. We did the reds already. We've got some blue fades to talk about and some banners still. How to paint those like flowing banners using some washes and some base coat work and just some brush work. But it really ports over well to tabards and you know, like purity seals and all that sort of thing. So I think that was a pretty good tutorial too. Head mech is the best mech since Battletech. I'm having flashbacks to that game. So good. So good. Alright, so what's everybody think about the new Deathguard? Because I think they're pretty good. Mortarion's got some fresh rules. We're going to talk about those here in a second. Some stratagems. 14 new stratagems, which I think are super helpful. I know nothing. What's up, Jason? Yo, Jason, I heard you. I heard you sold out all your brushes. Confirm, deny. That's pretty awesome if you did. I've been using the crap out of them, mostly not as intended. Mostly to apply washes. I always use Kalinsky Sable Hair for my washes. That's good, man. That's the power of the Long War Network. We spread words. We say things. Oh yeah. The new Terminators, the Death Shroud, actually, okay, so they're the new release next week. So here's the new releases going on sale this week, which we've already seen some of these previewed from G-Dub. So we've got the AdMac Codex for $40, the data cards, which will be coming out for the AdMac as well for $15. 2 new Black Library books, The Watcher's Throne, which I guess is Custodes. It might be that one that's 1 of 1,000 over on their site right now. I haven't checked the title. That's coming out. That's $27. An Eye of Night audiobook, $17.50. If you're down with the mechs, the collector's edition is $80. Web exclusive. Fancy. And Baller Series Cowl, $55 by himself. I feel like the Triumvirate for $90 is a good deal. You get Guilliman for like another $35. That might be a keeper. Buy the Triumvirate. I don't know how to math and I don't know how money works, but I feel like you add $35, you get 3 guys. It's better than $55 for Kyle. And the Death Shroud Bodyguard box. That's 3 Terminators. 3 big fat Terminators. Maybe they're on 50 mils, maybe not. I don't know. But $60 US for the Death Shroud. But rules wise, they seem pretty dope because they give out +1 attack. They can tank wounds off of things, apparently on a 2-up. And they have pretty good weaponry as well from what it was looking like. What's going on? Oh, your racks are going up on the site? I feel you. Sofuse has all sorts of things up on that site. Yeah, you got to combine orders. Got to get that sweet shipping. So let's talk about well, let's talk about some Deathguard, because I feel like those guys might be good. New blade haulers. Those are little kind of land speeder looking things. I think they look cool. I don't get. I guess that's a dual kit. I didn't really understand that part. Not really sure how that works. Psychotic Jester, thanks, man. I don't know why resub. Why are resubs not? The animation's not working. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I think Streamlabs is up to something. Streamlabs. It's not like we need you to work. It's okay. Alright, well, I don't know what's going on with that. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that one later. Alright, let's talk about Mortarion first. Obviously, he's pretty cool looking. And from what it looks like, you can pose him a number of different ways. Now, this is a reverse negative. I think this picture's actually flipped. Psychotic Chester, no worries, man. Thanks for the resub. I don't know why it's not playing animations for those resubs. But regardless, you should have a few catnaps for that. This is September, so if you're new to the stream and you never subbed before, you can get in for a half-price sub. But anybody else that's resubbing, we're throwing an extra 100 catnaps at you just to say thanks. This month. Super appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with my missing last week. Politics UK. I don't know what to say. Obviously, the gentleman felt very strongly enough to make that video. Also, very strongly enough to run around on the Facebook spamming profanities and terrible things over and over to the point he was banned. And then going to brag about it on one of the 40K groups on Facebook as well. He is, how do you say, a classy guy. LT, ask Slowfuse what it is he does here. So what would you say it is you do here, Slowfuse? So the wait is finally over. Mortarion is 470 points, power level 24. I don't feel like that's a good accurate power level, but I'm not a power levelologist, so I really couldn't tell you for sure. I feel like that's a little under power level pointed. No, Jay Bullet, just somebody made a I hate Rob Bear and Kenny Boucher. They're the same person, so I'm just gonna make a hater video. Everybody knows we're not sold separately. I think, do I still have the chat? Do I still have the link in chat? Here's the link in chat. There you go, enjoy. It's my very first YouTube hater video. I'm very proud of it. I've done so much. I didn't really do anything, actually. I think he confused me and Kenny. I realized where the confusion comes into play. We are pretty much the same person. I know, LT, the nerve. Some people's kids, the worst. So we found out what the lantern does. 18-inch range, pistol, strength 1, AP, neg 3, 3 damage, strength 8, but it's like you draw a line and you hit every unit on the lines between them are hit by the attack. Silence is a plague weapon, so you get to reroll the wounds because of his warlord trait. Choose one of the profiles below, so it's got a double profile, of course. You got the Reaping Scythe, AP2, 1 damage, 3 attacks for the weapon, or the Eviscerating Blow, 6 attacks, strength times 2, AP neg 4, d6 damage. So yeah, he's gonna reach out and touch somebody hard, so hard. Oh, that's right, Custodian Praetor. I like to thank my parents for being here and attempting to raise me right, although I didn't always listen. I'm sorry, Dad. I'll never be as good a man as you. You set the bar too high. I like to thank my cats for putting up with me when I forget to feed them. Nurglings get to attack too, very similar to, I guess, how Lord Scabathrax does.
I'm doing my part.
See, the resub just worked. NS Ogre, thank you for the resub. I don't know why it's not. I apologize, folks. Actually, I might have a hypothesis. I think this happened to Kenny. Didn't this happen to Kenny? Slow fuse. Here, let me turn this off. If you don't have your animation set for long enough, doesn't it like lose its mind or something in the alert box? I feel like that was a thing. I remember being in a conversation about that. Let's try it. Edit. We'll go 6 seconds. See what happens. I feel like these just might be truncating themselves. Alright, alert box updating. If anybody was waiting to resub, do it now. Let's see if it works. Not because I asked you to. Okay, mostly because I asked you to. The title says spiky shits? Nice! That is classy. I love it. Yeah, Sophie's, I think that's what did it. Not sure if that's what did it, but I feel like that was it. Okay. Let's go back and talk about Warhammer-y things. I feel like that's where we need to be. Yep, that's where we need to be. So, there was a couple of similarities between Mortarion and Lord Scabathrax. If you check out the, that's the big Greater Demon of Nurgle that's in from Forge World.
PC load letter. What does that mean?
Well, there's a follow. The follow worked. Midnight, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So not only does he have the Nurglings just like Lord Scabathrax, but he also explodes just like Lord Scabathrax. Same pretty much rule. So they ported over a couple things from him. He does have Phosphex bombs. That's the first instance of them in 40k, I believe. 6-inch range, grenade 2d6. Pretty respectable. Strength 5, neg 1 AP, 1 damage. Love it. And then of course he has the Host of Plagues, which is no joke. 7-inch range, aura in the fight phase. Multiple people are going to take some mortal wounds, which obviously stacks with a host of other things that you can do as well. As far as abilities and stratagems. Toxic Presence, subtracting 1 toughness to everybody, and then of course he has the Arch Contaminator rule, which not only applies to himself,
Did you say
but also
Bob are
to the models around him.
Clown shoes?
Yeah.
Really?
Spiky Bits is Kenny Boucher smile.
Obviously. Camo Specs, thanks for the donation, man. Don't let Kenny know. Yeah, it's an interesting video. I don't know. He put a comment on his personal Facebook. He's like, "Let's make this go viral." Like, word. Go for it, I guess. Death to the False Emperor, disgustingly resilient. So he can shrug off wounds on a 5 or 6, including mortal. Primarch of the Deathguard. So he's giving out that reroll 1 bubble to everybody. Friendly Deathguard. Mortarion has a 4-up invulnerable. Fly, Demon of Nurgle, Putrid Demise. That's the thing we were talking about where he explodes. On a 4-up. Everything within 7 suffers D3 mortal wounds. I imagine he's on a 100 mil base. And you can also choose 3 powers from the Contagion, in addition to Smite. Seems pretty good for 470 points. I think the early combos, I mean, there's a lot of people out there like, oh, there's all these great combos and all these things, but the thing I really want to know, and I think Games Workshop said it too, is they're talking about, hey, you can put Poxwalkers out in front, you know, you can put Plague Bears out in front. I think Plague Bears are pretty good just because they're Demon and Nurgle, but it's unclear. We don't have the exact wording on some of these things, if they're going to work with Demon and Nurgle or just Nurgle keyword or Deathguard keyword. So I think one of the things to be on the lookout for when we actually get the book in our hands, and you know, people are actually making videos where they show the book and they're not like afraid of GW banning them or whatever for having the book early and showing too much, because we can't do that, is that might be a thing, because if they can start interacting with Demons and Nurgle allies, there's some really good choices out there. I mean, Plague Bears are a solid choice. They're neg 1 to hit all the time if you have 20 or more. They're easily fieldable, you know, in blocks of like 30. I feel like that's not a bad value. And then if you're able to stack maybe some of the rerolls and some of the abilities onto them as well, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. So that's definitely one of the things to look out for. One of the units in here, I think one of the cornerstones that you're going to see a lot of. No, the resub didn't. Resub animation not working. Not working. Nits the Monkey, thank you for the resub. Sorry, animation's not working for the resubs. Apparently it only works for donations. I apologize, folks. I'll get my finest cats on it. So, one of the cornerstones, I think, of the Deathguard are the Plague Surgeons. Because if he gives you a bubble ability to reroll your ones for your disgustingly resilient saves, that's pretty solid. I like the abilities. It might be the Blight Hauler, I think, that gives out, that allows everything to be in cover when it's not in cover. So +1 to their save. I think that's pretty solid. So anything running around with a normally a 3-up save is now getting a 2-up save, perhaps. So again, the wording on these abilities, if they interact with Deathguard or Nurgle keyword, is going to be really big to see if they work with Nurgle demons. And I can't wait to kind of see that, because I have a lot of Nurgle demons. So me, 40k Fat Kid Robbie B's like, how many Deathguard do I really need to paint to actually play a Deathguard army with my Nurgle demons? Because I've been focusing on them. Like I said, Kenny's painting Iron Warriors, I'm painting Nurgle. I don't know what year it is. I don't know who we are anymore. I think we might just be the same person. But I've actually been painting up a lot of my Nurgle stuff, and we're gonna actually tutorial tonight is gonna be on some Nurgle stuff. I'm gonna show you some of the other Nurgle stuff I've been painting. So it's been Kirby the Plague Bug. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Valkyrie, you didn't have to do that. It's no big deal. But I didn't give you the catnaps on the resub, NS Ogre. Let's see if Liz can figure it out here. Let me check the sub thing. It says count resubs. Yes. I don't know. Well, I appreciate it just the same, Valkyrie. I mean, I'm not down on it. I get, you know, I get messages and stuff all the time. People like, hey, you know, appreciate what you're doing. You know, you really, you know, you got me back into like actually painting stuff, you know, and you know, appreciate all the tutorials, and you know, get a lot of interaction on that, you know, and out at events and seeing people, you know, at stores and going to tournaments, you know, local events when I can get to them, you know, just hanging out, talking to folks, you know, and it's awesome. I mean, like I mean, I love doing it. I did it before it was my job, and now I continue to do it, and it's pretty awesome to be part of it and actually resonate to the point to where people like start to hate, literally start to hate. And like, you know, like I said, this is the first like actual hater video. It's awesome. It's so silly but good. Yeah, I think Deathguard's solid choice. I'm kind of thinking we'll see Thousand Suns look around January, right? Is January? That's just a personal gut feeling, but it would make sense, right? All right, so there's another resub. C Cushway. What's going on, JP Gray? You're making friends too? C Cushway, thank you for the resub. I don't know why it's not giving out catnaps. It's supposed to be doing that. Let's see. Let me push some buttons here. So you get 200 for subs. Alright. I'm tinkering around with these tinker around with these settings. Alright. I think Streamlabs changed something. Anywho, that's all I got to say about that. We talked about new releases. I don't know how many of you are following that whole Pop Goes the Monkey issue, where I guess Games Workshop allegedly somebody asked them through Shapeways to take down a lot of their items. I guess 300 to 500 items have come down out of their store. Their store's still there. You can still purchase things. It's just some items are missing. I don't know which ones. I don't know whether it was like original designs or stuff that Games Workshop, if it was Games Workshop, deemed to violate their IP. I know Matt is going to redesign a lot of it. He was saying in some of his tweets and things. So I don't think Pop Goes the Monkey, if you have orders in, I don't think they're going away. I think they're here to stay. It's going to retweak and redesign some things. So definitely don't worry about, you know, putting orders in with him or anything like that. Seems like he's on top of things. And we'll be adding back to the store tweaked items, different things like that at some point, according to his tweets and things. I don't have a lot of information. I'm speaking in vagaries because I just don't know. But let's face it, between you and me, since it's just you and me here, I don't know who else would ask Shapeways to take down these products if it wasn't Games Workshop. But we don't know that. I don't think it was FFG, if you know what I mean. Well, I like you, JP Gray. So it's all good. So anyways, check out Pop Goes the Monkey over on Shapeways. Hashtag 3D printing doesn't suck. Alright, let's do some painting. Or some show and tells. We'll do some show and tells. Here's the link to the gallery. Upload your work in progress, your beat slabs, your eat slabs. LT. They actually filed a 23-page, I guess, move to dismiss the case on the 6th. The same day all that stuff was going on with Pop Goes the Monkey. Games Workshop filed for dismissal in that case as well. They basically said that the complaint was really ranty and he didn't make any of his points. That's what the 23-page document says. I could break it down, you know, point by point. I don't think it's necessary. I think a lot of people agree it was a little ranty. Where it's going to go from here, I'm not sure. They've refiled in the case. A lot of different points. More exact. More of an exact explanation of the complaint in a non-ranty format, which I think was probably more worth talking about than anything. I kind of wish that had been the original complaint because it was a little bit easier to read. But again, it's still going. They're going back and forth, firing off at each other. But it's in progress right now. Can't tell you what's going to happen with it. It's been an adventure thus far. I just want to get to the point where we actually see some papers and some data and things to where we can really start to kind of dig into it and see, you know, do any of these claims have merit, or I guess are provable, and where it's going to kind of go from there. Because I think right now everybody's just kind of like, well, I don't know what to think, you know, or everybody's just kind of on the fence. Like, I don't own a game store, But I think this, and obviously people that own game stores really just don't want to get involved. They just want to run their business. I mean, that's how I would be. I'd be like, well, I guess something might happen, but you know, whatever. So like, it's just like a weird, it's like a weird like waiting game with this court case. Like, it was like coming out of the gate, but then kind of like stumbled a little bit, and now we're kind of seeing like it's actually starting to get dug in and talked about. So can't tell you, don't know, not a legal expert, but they're going back and forth on it. Phil Slayer, what's up, man? How you been? Yeah, LT. Yeah, it was definitely ranty. It was an interesting read for sure. I have the response. I have the PDF. I was probably going to put it up in downloads. I might probably post about it soon, just with like a link to it. It's really, I kind of wanted to wait till the other the rebuttal to it, or whatever it's called, is in the system, and I can get that and then kind of be like, and here's his reply in a less ranty format, and then maybe present it that way, I guess. Because at this point, it's just like, it's like a tennis match, like seeing these things just go back and forth and just kind of reading through them. Because now that Games Workshop has legal representation in America here, handling it, I guess. And the one thing that I'm personally curious about, and again, not a legal expert, I have no idea on the matter, but I guess one of the points of conjecture is that Games Workshop is saying that their agents don't have business in Florida, which is really weird to me personally, because I thought there was some sort of thing kind of like with Amazon. And again, I'm not an expert and I don't know. I'm just going off of what I've seen in the past and what I know I've had to pay. Wherever GW event I've been at, I've had to pay state sales tax. Like if you're in Chicago at Adepticon, you got to pay state sales tax. If you're at Gen Con, you got to pay Indianapolis sales tax, you know, Indiana. If you're at Dragon Con, you got to pay Atlanta sales tax, right? When I buy stuff from, when I literally am here in the state of North Carolina and I buy something from Forge World, they charge me North Carolina sales tax. So I'm confused to where they can't say that they don't have any business in a particular state in America when they're charging sales tax wherever I seem to be buying my stuff from. So I feel like they have business in that state. You know what I mean? Like, but Amazon does it too. Like wherever you live, Amazon collects sales tax too. Again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it all works, but I think that's one of the points that they were trying to make, was that Games Workshop didn't have any business, or the specific agents that were named didn't have a specific business in the state of Florida, and that maybe the federal place, the federal court wasn't the place for it or something like that. And then he basically fired back and said, well, we had a store here in this state, we had a store in this state, we had a store in this state, you guys are registered here, here, and here, so maybe that is the place. And that was kind of like an interesting point that I thought they both kind of made back and forth. I don't know. Does anybody live in Florida and ever bought anything from Games Workshop and had to pay sales tax? I guess that would be a good question to crowdsource right now. I feel like a few of you might actually be, maybe not as many right now, but I feel like we have a few people that live in Florida in the stream. Yeah, he's trying. Yeah, it's a jurisdiction. It's federal court out of Florida. So like, again, I don't know how it all works, but that was one of the points in the move to dismiss, and then he explained it in his rebuttal about how he felt about it, and he actually made that point, and I'm like, well, hey, I know wherever I've been, I've always had to pay sales tax to GW, no matter what state I'm in, so I feel like they have business in those states. I don't know. There is no state tax in Florida in general? Oh, okay, well, there you go. Not a tax scientist. That's true. Feels like, oh gosh, just Google GW lawsuit, you'll find it. It's on the internet. It's everywhere. Oh, they don't have an income. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know how it all works, but that was one of the points. And, you know, we'll, I'm sure we'll see more on it, or it'll just get dismissed. Either way. Well, let's do some painting, because it's painting time. Let's go over here. Alright. So like I said, I don't know what's going on in the world right now. Because Kenny is painting Iron Warriors. I'm painting Nurgle stuff. We're pretty much the same person. I feel like per YouTube videos, we're pretty much the same people. Phil Slayer, do I fund my own workshop / store? What do you mean? I don't have a store. All right. Run? Oh no, I don't. No, I don't run a store. No, I do nothing with retail. Quite prefer it to be that way. Okay. So today we're gonna do a little tutorial on these little nurgly guys right here. Right here. Check them out. Check them out. Ugh, let me get these standing up here. How's that picture look? Is it too image okay? Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should work retail, be in the military, or probably wait tables at least once in their life to have a kind of appreciation for it. But it is tough, all of those things. The guru of all things hobby. I would say I just try hard. We'll go with that. Looks good? Okay, cool. So these are the two little Poxwalkers I was working on. These guys actually, it did not take long to paint using Army Painter whatsoever. I blended the skin using an airbrush, just because I wanted like kind of a smooth kind of feel to the skin and everything. But I mean, you can see like you don't have to do any of that. Like that's just me being a little neurotic and wanting a certain look, I guess. But the thing that probably took the most, not outside of like actually airbrushing them, is painting their pants, because I wanted that sick green, that Yo Dog pattern green, to kind of pull the rest of my put them together with the rest of my army, like color wise. Now these guys are humans. I know what you're thinking. These are Poxwalkers, but they actually identify as Malefic Lords. Because they're all the rage right now, and I'm sure after they get nerfed, by the time I get them all painted and ready for the tabletop, they'll be nerfed. So then they'll go back to being Poxwalkers, I guess. But in the meantime, the intent is for them to be Malefic Lords. Yeah, LT, I'll probably get that article together and get the uploads in there. I gotta wait for that other one to pop up on the... I know it was filed, but I don't think it's in the system yet. But yeah, so these actually super easy to paint. Let's talk about some Army Painter stuff real quick. So Army Painter, like, you can just do crazy stuff like this. Like, this is a... obviously an Eldar, guys. This I painted, or just sprayed it with necrotic flesh, and there's no reason you really couldn't even paint those Poxwalkers with necrotic flesh right here. And look, any mistakes you make or anything, it's 100% color match. So like this bottle, literally of paint, matches this sprayed primer coat. So like if you do a bunch of work, like hey, you hit the gems or whatever, you hit the banner and you go over and you're like, crap, I'll never match that because it freaking, that's the primer color. This literally out of the pot, check this out. Oh, and here's another pro tip too. I don't know if I've done it with this one. Let me set this. So when you get these bottles of paint, shake it up, and if it feels like there's a lot of liquid in here, you're gonna have to drain out. They actually put some matte medium in here to keep it from drying out. I already did it with this one, but let me see. This one might not have done it yet. No, already. Okay, I already did it with that one too. So, they'll put a lot of matte medium in here that you're gonna have to drain out, and if you don't, it's gonna make it too liquidy that you can't use it. So just be really careful when you get a pot of this stuff, just in case. All right, so let me throw a little of this down on the. Grab some slow fuse. There we go. So, oh, I actually didn't primer that as well as I thought. So say you mess up, right? I'm just gonna grab this right out of the paint pot. Check it out. I'm gonna cover over this area right here, what's got a little paint left on it. 100% color match. Like it's crazy, right? So like you can easily. Oh yeah, if you store them lid side down, those are perfect too. You'll get the matte coat out of it. I like to leave a little bit in there, but not too much. I mean, this stuff's great. Like, there's no wrong way to use Army Painter paints because you can airbrush with them very easily. They're thin enough that they're very easy to brush on, right? They color the main war paint ones. There's a little diagram right here. So here's your war paint colors, all your primers, and each one of these have a dropper bottle to match it. It's super easy. Now they're going to tell you in these instructions like, hey, if you want to paint an army in a weekend, you know, get you this big pot of like $30 dip. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can get the little wash things, these right here, which we're going to use tonight. You can literally use these just the same. Just get you a chisel brush, and you use the chisel brush to put it all over your minis to shade them, depending on what what you're trying to do and what colors and things. But for the most part, and they have color recipes on their site. They just put up one for like Chaos Marines. You can get this if you know of a store that sells Army Painter. They have this free guide if they have the rack, and this guide here will tell you, like, give you some example recipes right here, which is pretty fresh, but they'll also give you a lot of information about the whole line and the range and how to use it. Not necessarily everything that you might want to do, but I mean, it's a great little free guide that's way better than anything I ever had when I started painting. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're varnished, so it's basically like, you know, think Minwax kind of, like it's a wax, so it's gonna behave differently. I feel like you don't need to do that unless you have like hundreds of models. You know, like I don't feel like you need to do it, but yeah, we got some scale 75s too. We're gonna try that for a couple of gold projects that we've got that we're working on, that we're gonna get to here shortly. I think that stuff's pretty good. All right, where are we at? So it's almost 9. Before I sit down and start painting this, let's set up a giveaway real quick. Pardon me. Pipes are still a little hurting here. All right. So we got a Catbox going out. Let's do that real quick. 1, 2, 3. No, 2, 3. There we go. Catbox number 1. We'll do this for like an hour. There we go. So this is a keyword raffle. Oh, let's do. There we go. All right, start that up. Exclamation point, Catbox. Get you in on the keyword. There we go. Start. Okay. All right, so it's going cool. Back to the table. Just wanted to get that set up. We'll do a little show and tell after this too. Exclamation point gallery. It's the link. Man, my throat is getting really raspy. Not good. Next level painting resub for 8 whole months. Oh man, thanks Kenny. Kenny, did you know that we're not the same person? I don't know if you got the memo. There's a certain video going around online that's very confused by it. Remember, it's September, so if you never subbed to the stream before, get in on that for half price. Help us unlock some emoticons eventually, I imagine. We're shameless. But everybody will get extra 100 catnaps for subbing. Okay, so this is actually pretty easy. I'm going to show you how to paint up a Poxwalker, aka a Malefic Lord, to this point here. So first, I've already done all the airbrushing on these guys. So this is kind of what it's going to look like when you're done with the airbrushing. Let me break this down to you. So I went ahead and used, you can see here, we used that necrotic flesh undercoat because I wanted the flesh itself to be a little kind of disgusting looking, I guess. And then we went in with some purples and a light brown and then a dark brown in here to kind of get it really looking disgusting. Now for this guy, I used the light brown up here on his face to kind of give him that brainy look. On this guy here, we kind of went with the darker purples just to kind of give it some variance. And then this guy is just like all flesh tone right there. So they're all sorts of disgustingly different. Now I chose each one of these to have a piece of cloth on their person that I could paint green to kind of bring it in to the rest of the Deathguard army, or the Nurgle army. In the back, you can kind of see the same thing. Hit it with that purple and then a lighter flesh color here from Army Painter, and then we burned out the horns up towards the top there. The second step after you do that, and let me show you the colors I used. They're very easy. So Corpse Pale is the flesh that we used from Army Painter, and we used, there's a great flesh tone, where is it? I really enjoy looking through all the Army Painter colors because there's so many equivalencies. Scar Tissue. So we did Corpse Pale, Scar Tissue, and then the purple was Orc Blood. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Surprise. Orc Blood's purple, apparently. That was the purple. And then we cut in some dark stone was our dark over top of this flesh tone right here. So those are kind of our colors to get us to where we were. And then we actually painted on the bone and used that stone at the tips, because demon bone goes from light to dark. So I just painted the skeleton bone and then airbrushed the very tips, this dark stone. That's what that was. So those were our... But like I said, you don't need to do that. You don't even need to have an airbrush at this point to emulate the same exact thing, right? That's what's so cool about Army Painter. Is because you can literally just... If there was a corpse pale, that would have been awesome. But you could have just used necrotic flesh, right? And then just come in here and painted all that blue on. Painted all that dark, that tan, right? And just painted all this stuff on where you wanted it. Like you don't even have to have an airbrush at this point. Because yeah, it's faded, but it's not like something that you have to do with the airbrush. So you got options. That's all I'm saying. Like you could literally do the same work with a brush. It just won't, you know, look all faded and stuff. But at the end of the day, kind of who cares? When you just trying to paint a whole bunch of miniatures. So that's what you're gonna look like, and then we're gonna come in and start detailing them out. And I got these guys already detailed out, and that kind of gives you an idea of where, you know, we're just gonna go in, hit a bunch of the pustules, hit a bunch of the metals, just kind of tighten it up from there. So that's the battle plan, and then we're gonna detail all three of these guys out together and wrap them up. So let's grab some paints and get to working. So first up, we need to do, what do we need to do here? We need to get a metal down. We need to get a brown down. Brown for belts. Metals for the buckles and things. Base coat this green. Looks like he's got one boot on, so we'll do the boot green too. So that'll be our spot green color for the rest of our army. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you that. So I got this guy all painted up. This was a guy I've been working on. Well, two guys actually. This is the other one. That's not done. So these guys I airbrushed up many years ago. When Kenny did his demon army, I was like, "Yo, that looks fresh. What colors do you use?" And he told me. So I airbrushed these guys up for my Nurgle demon army and never got around to painting them. And it literally sat in my box for 5 years. This guy just chilling 5 years, right, with his stupid face. So then I was like, well, demons are coming back. Maybe I'll grab these guys, start detailing them out. So I went in and did all the detail work, fixed the wings, detailed out all the wings and everything. This is I think a Raging Heroes miniature. Got some magnets on the back there. Used the Army Painter golds.
What does that mean?
Voodoo Chow, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Used the Army Painter golds right there. Did a whole bunch of crazy detail work on the metals with some blood and everything. Blood looks super fresh when you put it over like dark brown and dark black. It looks a lot better. It really pops at that point. I was like, oof, that is looking good. And then the rest of it just kind of detailed out. Did a lot of that work. So that's why we did the green on these guys' pants like we did, to kind of bring it all together, because these are humans, so they have flesh. Then our plague bearers are green. All of our bigger guys are this crazy like neon green that Kenny came up with years ago. The Ink Trap. Thank you for the follow. So they're all coming together. And now the only one I have left to detail out is this guy. And he's got removable magnetized wings. So we'll hopefully get to him in the near future. Maybe we'll paint him on stream. We'll do some of these metals. Can show you some of that. Get some crazy like decayed out metal and stuff. But yeah, this has been a really fun project, detailing these guys out. Voodoo Child, just getting into 40K. Addicted to the long war. Nice. Huh, thanks, man. Super appreciate it. There's, I think there was a new podcast or a new video battle report this morning. Really good one. $300 battle report. Those seem to be favorites for a lot of people. That is a bright demon. He is immune to lasers. You are correct. What green is that? J Bullet. So this is the official Yo Dog pattern greens. You can also emulate them using Army Painter. So it's P3 Iosin green. Then you blend it up to necrotite, and Flash gets yellow at the very end. And then you just kind of go in and you hit all the edges with Flash gets yellow. That's what takes the most amount of time. Now from Army Painter, I used for their pants, those guys, we used Poisonous Cloud and Babe Blonde. I think it was Greenskin. Shoot, I don't know. Oh, it's right here. Greenskin. So Greenskin, Poisonous Cloud, and Babe Blonde for Army Painter war paints. They're pretty much very similar. I don't know if the tone's off here. Oh, I need to move this like camera. Hold on one second. All right. So I'm centering stuff in the middle of my camera, and that is not what you guys are seeing. Give me one second. Apologies. Where is, there it is. So if I'm centered, there we go. Much better. Okay. I don't know how you guys allow me to get away with this unprofessional ass stream sometimes. Stuff everywhere. So yeah, it's very similar. But, yep. Kenny definitely came up with a really good color palette there. And it definitely shows throughout the interwebs many years later. Okay, let's get this guy painted. So let's start out with, now this is the brushwork. This is your after airbrush effects. Like a lot of people, they want to airbrush stuff, and that's great. And it looks great at this point. Now you could just get in here with the Army Painter wash. Like say you wanted to do like a flesh wash or something. You could literally be done at this point. Just hit it with some of the Army Painter flesh wash. Be done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and detail it out a little bit more. By detail, I mean base coat. Pick out some of these pox pustules, hit up the metals, hit up all that stuff. We're going to pay a lot of close attention to this tabard and this boot to get it right, to get it to blend to the other models in the army, because I want a specific color. Nothing that you would have to do. You would just have to hit it with like one color and be done with it. And then, you know, just hit it with the Army Painter wash. So we're kind of overthinking it a little bit, but that's why there's no wrong way to use the Army Painter paints, because you can do as much work as you want or as little work as you want and it'll still look great. So let's grab some fur. Let's do some brown. Let's get our base coat down one color at a time. And we need a good metal. That's our go-to. So we'll get a green. Starting with the green, we'll get a brown. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll start out with this green, just to kind of see where the tabard's gonna take us. And I've taken a book out of Slow Fuse Gaming and wearing some reading glasses here. They actually, strangely enough, really help. It's true, Vinglo. Well, I wouldn't say first hater. Yeah, first hater video, right? I was like, definitely not first hater. I got that merit badge like at least a year or two ago. We checked the box on that one. Man, let me tell you what. I made fun of Slowfuse for wearing glasses, and then I tried these, and I was like, I immediately regret ever making fun of him. I can see so much better. Holy cow. And the funny part is, I have 20/20 vision. I got the laser eyes. I got the 20/20 vision, but it turns out you're still going to need reading glasses at some point when you get older. I know nobody wants to hear that. It's an inconvenient truth, but I assure you, it is the truth. Fake news, clickbait, old person detected. It was kind of a twofer. It was definitely a hater twofer. Here we go. Oh, G Finnegan. Got him. I don't know if reading glasses vision just stops working at 40. You're over the hill. You're so old. I don't think these double as a protective covering, right? I think you still need safety glasses if you're doing something stupid. Something safety glassable. 5 minutes older. Good luck proving that. A lot of times when you're painting, it's all about the angle of attack. Like getting in here, pulling the paint towards you, moving the model and not the brush. Always pulling the brush towards you really helps out. Using your fingers to brace, your thumbs to brace. All these are like just little things you'll get used to. The problem is that you're always kind of touching the model, I guess, a little bit. So you want to be careful of that for sure. Some people wear gloves and everything, you know, when they're painting. I generally have a light touch, so I haven't had a real issue with it yet. Well, I'm glad nobody's making fun of me for reading having old people glasses. Thanks, guys. Reading glasses with eye chains. I was thinking about like Hobby YOLO, maybe words, or like finger eraser, because I'm always using my fingers as erasers. But I like the old people glasses too. If that's what you old people want, like still one more name. we get there. I think we're a little behind on subs though, because like I said, I didn't stream last week. So I'm not trying to throw out random numbers like if we get this many people, we get this many unlocks, because I just don't know. I'm not. I am going to be shameless this month, but I'm not shameless today. Let's just put it that way. We got a baby step up to it. Is this like, what is this? That's like, it's like the boxiest like cloak ever. Somebody fat fingered that one on the computer. I feel like. What is that? What are you? Are you a cloak? Are you a man? So I have to like tilt my head down to see the comments, and then tilt my head back up to paint with the glasses. So much work. Hopefully that doesn't jack me up any. Just keep me honest. If I'm out of frame, tell me. I'm trying to stay in focus and in frame and respond to stupid face comments. Boxy cloak is definitely a pouch. Satchel of holding. It's a bee. It's definitely the bee-hole satchel for sure. I don't know what that. I don't know. Just go with that. It's a little boxy. There's something under there. I'm not looking. Definitely something under there. All right, let's do this. Das Boot. This is which one is this? I like this number 2. The slow fuse brush. I really like this number 2 one. It seems to be. I think he renumbered them, and I think this is like what conventionally a number 1 is or something. I remember that was a thing. But I definitely found myself using this number 1. See, I was joking. I don't just use these brushes to put washes on slow fuse. I actually use them as intended. Isn't that B-hole Barry? I don't know what is underneath that B-hole. I ain't looking is all I'm saying. Not looking. Not even a little bit curious. Yeah, I suppose if you have issues with like oil and stuff on your hands or like whatever, definitely having some way to hold this, like attaching it to a paint bottle or something, seems to be a good idea. I don't want you to think that I just haven't had an issue with it yet, but if I ever do, I'll definitely switch up as needed. It's a Swifty bag. Nice. Ennis Ogre, I'm not gonna do a response video to any of that. I just think it's hilarious. I feel like most people can watch that video and make their own assumptions about the person talking, especially when it's like, I don't know, there's just a lack of I just don't understand. It's like we're the same person, but we weren't the same. It's like me and Kenny are the same person. I was very confused by it all. Very confused by it all, to say the least. Okay, so there's our base coat of the green. It looks like we're good. Now, you don't have to be super exact on this stuff because the wash is going to help a lot with things once you start going. Too long didn't read. That's what you do before you ban them. Too long didn't read. Ban. Well, I was having an issue with that guy running around on the Facebook spamming the day before, and I actually told Kenny, I was like, hey, this guy's the newest hater, because he was like spamming so much the like obnoxious stuff that I just banned him. And then I was like, well, gotta watch out for this guy, I guess. Random hater number 52. All right, so our greens are down. Let's get in there and do some browns, some brown town around the belt. We'll grab. This is a really dope color, fur brown. Now this has a spray too. So if you need, if you're doing rats or something, Skaven, or I mean, I could think of a lot of different uses for this right here to actually prime your minis this color. This works great with strong tone. This one right here. It's great. It's not exactly a leathery color, but we're going to use it in a leathery manner. It's very similar to like Skag Brown, I think, from G-Dub. I used the... Is it Skag Brown? Yeah, it's Skag Brown. I used a lot of that on my Mornfangs. I think Army Painter, if you're starting a project from scratch, you don't have an existing color palette, you might want to check out Army Painter, because these paints, after you get in here and using them on this project, they're so versatile and they do so many different things in so many different ways, from the sprays to the washes, that it just seems like you really get your money's worth with these paints, in my opinion. And I definitely like the crap out of them. And if you're trying to paint like a whole army in a weekend, I mean, this is the most time-consuming part here. After you get to the point where you have your base coat on, whether it's from priming it, all the same color, or you actually get in here and airbrush, which is very easy to airbrush with their paints. They're very thin. You don't have to add, you can use water. I've used water in some instances, not even realizing it, and they sprayed fine. The other times I used a flow improver from Vallejo. Also money. I mean, I watched the whole video just because I had to. I mean, I could see where it would be a little what, dry? I guess dry is the word. I think he was a little confused on the point too. The post he was talking about from Nova Open about a new faction. That post, if you go and read it, with the Arbitaz chick on it, that was actually in response to a lot of folks that weren't at Nova saying that they had said there would be a new faction, when in fact the whole point of the post, which you can easily find over on Spiky Bits, I think if you just Google new faction or something, or in the search box, you'll find the post, and it basically said, hey, this is a rumor going around that they said there would be a new faction, when in fact it was a wish list. People were like, what would you like to see? And they were like, oh, if we would like to see something, we would like to see this. Not that it would be or it was coming. It was hey, this is what we think is cool. And that's what the article was about, not actually saying that there would be a new faction, which, if I suppose, I guess he didn't even read the article. I'm not sure, because if he read the article, it would definitely, that's what it said. So I don't know. I think there's just a lot of confusion on that guy's part in general, which is, I guess, a lot of the internet these days on any topic. Voodoo Child, nice. Yeah, look, check out the Army Painter paints. You know, they're great. You can spray, you can spray stuff and then just wash it down depending on your... They've got recipes for all the marine stuff over on their site too. Alright, so there's brown. Let's get this hilt. Man, we were flying through this model. We're going to spend some time blending that green, though. I want that green looking good. We'll get to some gallery stuff here, too. Exclamation point gallery. Throw in what you're working on tonight. What you worked on over the weekend. And I feel like G Finnegan has made a play on the win it before you can buy Lady of Strife, but if she's your thing right now, we still got plenty of time on the top donator tonight. I don't know if you guys heard me too, but we will be streaming tomorrow night after Kenny. So we'll be going from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Probably working on maybe some demon bases for these guys. We use the my demon army uses the Micro Art Studio chaos bases, which I guess they don't make anymore, which is frustrating to source, to say the very least. What's that, Valkyrie? I can't click on things right now. Let me get this last spot of the hilt here. Looks like we're going to move on to steel. There we go. I think I need to hit... some point we're going to have to do this in here. I have to do that somehow. Oh, cat. Oh, there you go. We like cats. Do I need to hit that? Hilt. Whisper me that. I'll check it out. Okay. Let's grab some steels. For steel, I'm just keeping it basic. It's plate mail metals, nice mid-range steel. It's not like gunmetal where it's like super dark. And it's not, where's the other one? This one here. It's not shining silver, so too bright. It's kind of like in the middle, which is really why I like it. It's great for base coating. I think there is a, yeah, there is a spray of this one too. One of these I use for my Iron Warriors. I don't remember which one. Have it written down somewhere. So we're just going to go down the length of the blade here. You can see this paint is nice and watery, so it applies very well across the length of any surface. Another reason I've been using a lot of their line, like this plate mail metal, is pretty old. I've had that for probably a couple years now. Just because it's just a great base coating metal. Goes over well with things. I imagine they do make me look like an old man. Tim the Great. I'll play the part today of an old man. I remember back in my day, we had a hobby both ways. Uphill to the game store. And it was snowing the whole time. We didn't have the internets. We had to use magazines. Now let's get this belt buckle.
PC load letter?
Get off my hobby lawn.
What does that mean?
Something happened. What is it? A new follow. Subconscious leak. I like that name. Thank you for the follow. Oh, BoJack Horseman's back? I didn't know they had a new season. I thought that show got canceled. New Rick and Morty last night was pretty funny. They're definitely taking a lot of artistic license on the season, which I like. I feel like we need to get a dark brown in the mouth. Let me check. Let's see what we did. Yeah, let's get a dark brown in the mouth. In the mouth. Global warming is a myth. We need to work those teeth out a little bit. Nice thin dark brown. I think we're just going to use the same thing we use for the stone. Oh wow, okay. I didn't realize it was already out. Old man Robbie B is my favorite. You kids and your hobby, your primary space marines. Primaris. We just called them Imperial Marines when I started. Get them. Get that mouth. Look at that pretty mouth. Yeah, it turns out when you can actually see the model, you can paint it pretty. You can paint better. I'm not gonna say I paint well. I paint better, more better. Give that a minute to dry. Dries. Okay, off to the races. Let's get some pretty colors in here. Lotus Cobra, you say the nicest things to me. Gallery Link is throwing a 404 era. The exclamation point gallery? Let me see. Let us press buttons together. Is it new? Did Slowfuse update things? Who got made fun of? If you get made fun of for grammar, that means you have made a good point. I feel like gallery works for me. I think you have to be logged in? Question mark?
A new high score.
I feel like
what does
that's
high
the
score
thing.
mean? New high score, is that bad? What's
New
that
high
mean?
score, is that bad?
Dennis, listen, strange women lying in pawns distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony.
Oh. Tim the Great. What is that from? Oh, I know that quote. Slowfuse, it looks like it's working. Seriously? Why would you do that right now, man? It's working for me. I don't know if other people can't see it. That might... Oh, because it's DNS propagating out. So depending on what part of the country... Dang. Yeah, that's true. It might not be out to the East Coast yet. Well, there might not be any gallery tonight, folks. I apologize. It's mostly Slowfuse's fault. Rats. Well, I got some stuff to show and tell here, at least. I know it's not as cool as your things, but... it's better than randomly not working for some people. Hey, look at these things that you can't see. Oh. Of course, by the time I go to get on the gallery, it'll probably be out here propagating out to the East Coast. Not those West Coasters. You past tensors, you. Yeah, that's why we can't have nice things, Slow. That's why we can't have nice things. So we got our base colors here. We're going to throw a quick dry brush on that stupid mouth in a sec. Let's work up the greens a little bit more. So I guess this is just like a little bit of a Yo-Dog green tutorial. I showed you earlier, it's Iosin and Necrite rather. You can use from Army Painter these two in Greenskin, Poison Cloud and Babe Blonde, and then Greenskin of course works pretty great. I'm gonna blend the two together right now, the light green and the dark green, 50-50 on my palette here. And work it up a little bit. So we'll spend a little bit of time on this because I want it to look good. It's going to be what ties the models together, so we want to spend some time on it. So we're just going in here and just kind of hitting the raised edges. It's pretty easy. Just got to do a little bit of tracing. But the Army Painter paints are thinned down enough to where you really can make this work for you. As long as you remember to kind of squirt some of that medium out when you first get your paints, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Now I can't say if you leave them sitting for years, that's going to be a thing, but at least in the near term, you should not have any issues. Tim the Great, thank you for that donation, man. Sorry, I was racking my brain on that that quote. J Bullet, I discriminated against your peoples. Would you say your peoples? Are you a past tenser? You're not a future dweller? I'm sorry. Kenny's a past tenser too. When we talk time, I'm only allowed to speak in Pacific Standard when it comes to Kenny. I don't know why it matters. We're pretty much the same person, so he should just know exactly what I'm thinking at all times. There is nothing different between me and Kenny whatsoever. What's the future like? It's rainy. The future is rainy. We have hurricanes. We might have another hurricane. Apparently it's drunk. It's doing loop-de-loops out in the ocean. Nobody knows what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's doing. I think there's a keyword giveaway going on right now, if I'm not mistaken. Exclamation point Catbox.
I'm a bad boy. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
Oh, I know what that's from, Tim the Great. Richard Keith, thank you for the follow. Tim the Great, that was Louis Anderson in Coming to America, wasn't it? Yeah, no whip gallery right now, folks. Slow Fuse has initiated the Terminus Decree, and he is currently attempting to wake up the Emperor on his web server because reasons. So we'll just do a little show and tell here. It won't be as cool as yours, but things. She doesn't talk under $10. I don't know what's going on with Sassy Sally and Streamlabs. She's being she's not being very nice tonight. She just like randomly plays things sometimes. I don't know. It's clearly a conspiracy. I think it's set for under $5, but I don't know what's going on with her tonight. We're clearly fighting. I will not lower my voice, because whoever stops yelling means you have lost the fight. Maddie with the fatty. I mean, you can try. I'm sure it gives something for Slow Fuse to look at. But no, I guess not tonight. Alright, now we're going straight. A bright green. Bright green in the house. And then we'll mix in a little yellow here in a sec. Killing Time, you're a hacker. Stop hacking. Swiper, stop swiping. Some people can still get to it. When you change DNS stuff, it propagates over like the internet's region to region. So some people will be able to see it, and some people won't. Like, there's a good chance by the time I go over to the gallery that it will not be there because we're, I don't know, reasons. Or it could be that it started wherever the server is hosted at, which might be international, and is working its way back to us, to us's. I don't know. I'm not an internet expert or anything. We're just working down some highlights here. Because that's going to tie it through with our other mans. Probably need to go a step lighter. All right, let's grab some of this yellow real quick. Mix it in. I'm just like mixing into the same spot on the palette, trying to keep my mix together and still workable. But like I said, that's what's cool about this army painter stuff, is it's so liquidy that it'll keep. Oh yeah, that's a sick color. So that's just adding in that bright yellow at the end. Obviously, he got in a fight with some gamma radiation. I think we can all agree. Madame Curie and shit. Okay, pretty much done with this.
Army neutrino bomb.
Something worked. Something did something. Kira Nugget. Thank you for the follow. We hit any of our goals tonight? 6 left on subs and resubs. Remember, if you're just tuning in for the first time, half off subs, and you get 200 catnaps for our giveaway. So stop lurking. Make it rain that 250 on us. On my face. My stupid face. Trying to get them subs. We need emoticons. We need old people glass emoticons.
Stop using witchcraft only to get the fire off me!
NS Ogre, you missed nothing. Just my stupid face. And these bright greens. Super bright. Alright, so we got greens. We got browns. We got metals. How about bright, ridiculous colors now? Let's do bright and ridiculous. I don't really know why this pink's over here. We need to fix this pink real quick. It's offending me. It's offending my sensibilities. Even crazy demon Nurgle guys, we must maintain order. Alright, so we're going to get some quick base coat action back. Quartz Pale, that's what the base coat is. And I haven't had to do this yet, so this is going to be a bit of an experiment. So I'm wondering if we airbrush, now it won't match because there's a pink over top of it, but I was thinking, I wonder if it would color match. If you airbrush with it, does it color match itself? I think we need an FAQ ruling, but it probably won't because there's pink underneath here, but it looks like it did. What can't the army painter paints do? Yeah, that's looking good. I just didn't see there to be a need for that pink overspray right here. Okay. So now we're gonna get in here and paint some like crazy sick pustules and like the most ridiculous of colors, just because after we give it a wash, they might not show up. So we gotta get some super bright colors. So I'm thinking our lineup's gonna be definitely this back to the scar tissue. So we'll get a blob of this out, because it's such a pinky rose kind of ridiculousness. I love it. We need a brat purple that will also stick really well over a light, so we'll go with alien purple. Yeah. And we got the bone, we already did the bone work. We need these for the eyes here in a sec. Do we have any? Nope, we didn't have any detail like that. So let's go with crazy yellow. Gotta have a crazy yellow. And we've gotta have a crazy green, crazy bright green, which I think we all know what that one's gonna be. Just putting these all out of my palette so I can just dab at them real quick. And purple, so we got purple scar, or purple flesh, yellow. Grab both of these blues. We're gonna use these for the eyes, but we could use them for other stuff too. All right, let's get the eyes, since we could have a nice focal point. I'm not clicking on that Pitts pilot. But if you whisper it to me, I'll click on it later. Seven minutes left on Catbox number 1. Oh, we're gonna have another one too. That's cool. All right, let's get in here and dot these eyes. I won't lie, I would not be able to see this if I wasn't wearing glasses. I'll come up with some lame excuse about how I was gonna paint it off stream, and then I'd be like, man, I'm so glad I didn't have to do that on stream. And now I'm just painting it on stream. Robbie YOLO. Get in there. What the heck? Is that even a... Yeah, I feel like we're not going to paint that other side. That's just like a scar or something. I don't know what that is. Let's tighten that up a bit. A little bit of blue over things, but not too bad. Okay. So I think we're gonna grab our orc blood real quick and tighten that up. Okay. Giant brush. I definitely think I need these glasses to see up close and paint with Tim the Great. Yeah, it turns out people can actually see without these face aids. Not me though. I got laser eyes, and now I gotta have reading glasses still, apparently. Oh, the humanity of it. People get old? What? It's crazy. Crazy, I say. Alright, let's get gross. Let's do some gross stuff. Not butt stuff, gross stuff. Bifocals? No, they're just reading glasses. Okay, so we'll go. Let's try this. Let's get in here and get this crazy big pox right here. This thing's looking gross. I need that in my life. That's a good one. This is the fun part where you just get to like randomly paint things. There's one. That one. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got something on your leg here, bro. I want to get that looked at. Oh, this one? Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's the good stuff. I kind of like doing all these little grubs with this purple. I don't know what they are, but they're gross. Little grub thingamabobbers. Larvae. Call them larvae. I'm not a bug expert, but I feel like that's accurate. They are disgusting. Disgustingly awesome. So that's probably enough purple on his back. Switch up and do a different color. We'll do yellow. Because yellow is awesome. Get that yellow. Make sure we get the whole boil. Not half boil. We want the whole boil. You never go half boil. What's that? What's everybody saying? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Lick your brushes? I don't know. I've just been doing it for years. It helps me get a really good tip on it without having, I don't know, just on the fly. Maybe I secretly like the taste of paint. It usually drives any woman I'm dating at the time crazy. So that's an added bonus. I guess it's just like an ease of use thing. Because I'm actually shaping it with my tongue. He's going for a boil. You never go full boil. Dude, my eyes get fried out from watching the computer too much. Holy cow. Can get a little brutal. Alright, what time is it? Let's take a break, draw this Catbox, come back, do some more boils. Oops. Found another spot I missed. More little larvae. Larvae. Oh, missed a couple from this angle. Oh, how revealing this angle truly is. Get down in there good. Okay. Ugh, that's gonna look disgusting.
Thank God for them internets.
Thank God. That's right, Pam. Thank God for them internets. Alright, we're gonna set him down for a minute. Here's what we're ultimately going for. This kind of sick, gross look. We'll be there soon. We'll finish all our base coats. Oh, looks like I used a different... Oh no, I used that purple there. It's a different purple there. Gives you an idea of what we're going for. Fast and easy. Poxwalkers that identify as Malefic Lords. Here's our other two dudes on deck. Already base coated. Kind of see where we're going with that. We need 5 Malefic Lords to accompany our our Plague Bearers into battle. Nurgle Demons. Whatever. Alright, so we got one more Catbox to do. Let's draw this one. And the community gallery just went down for me too. Wah wah. Okay. Alright, everybody come on back. We'll give you 15 seconds to rush back to the computer. Because I know nobody would ever enter one of these and then leave. Will Vegas, you need more catnaps. At least 2 or 3 more. Alright, here we go. Let's draw us a winner. First winner tonight. And here it is.
Yeah, I like
The double deuce.
Resub.
The double deuce. Killing time. Painting. You're an animal. What? Why is it giving out that many catnaps? That's not right. Oh my lord. Hold on a second. It's not supposed to do that. What is going on? Alright. Alright, well. Do not know. Huh, weird. Okay, well, it wasn't supposed to do that, so. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Let's go. There's just 200 if you resubbed. Let's see.
So air. Paint.
There you go. We got you. I got you. Got you, fam. I think that was everybody. Let me double check.
That's what I do.
We would never have technical difficulties on the stream. I don't know why it does silly stuff. Even gave it a fresh restart today. Thought we were so not gonna have any issues. Okay, I think it's good now. The night of technical difficulties. String 10 Gaming, what's up, dog? Thanks for that shout out today, man. On the FBs. The close up. Close up. Extreme close up. Yeah, Slowfuse is a loser. Gosh, the worst. Alright, we're back. We're back. We're here. Here we go. Drawing a winner. Camo Specs. Camo Specs, 2% chance to win. Hype them up. It's like an Old Spice commercial up in here. Are you there? There. Yay. Not pooping. Congrats. Alright, you know how this works. Get to activate the cat tub time machine. Lots of win it before you can buy it. X-Wing hired guns. 2D privateer terrain set from our friends at GameMat.eu. The Latari Elf starter for Rune Wars, which I'm actually gonna show you part of tonight, hopefully. I don't think that's a win it before you can buy it. I think it's actually out now. Delta's Custodes on Sprue or Mark III armor, Contemptor Dreadnought. I think there's something else in there too, but I'm not sure. Can't see. So here we go. 200 catnaps to reactivate, or you are going to get a not pooping. That's also a good one. Oh, that's a good one too. So that is Black Talon or Mr. Snails out of the Blight War box. Your choice of special character. The Lady Cast or the Plague Bearer riding a snail. Your choice. Age of Sigmar, of course. I guess you could use Snail Guy for something else. That is true, Lotus Cobra. You could still be pooping and be a winner. Best multitask ever. What do you say, Camo Specs? You want to keep it? You want to reactivate for 200 catnaps? Camo Specs doesn't want Lady Cast or Mr. Snails. What do you got against Mr. Snails? Nurgle's your friend, man. Embrace the Nurgles. Nah, that's cool. We can do that. Let's see. Camo Specs. You got him. You got him, Liz Gray. Okay. Yeah, I think he's good. Here we go. How about Iron Armor? Mark III makes great Nurgle Plague Marines. Ah, see what I did there? Tim the Great. Best multitask is pooping and eating a sandwich. I feel like that's what killed Elvis. I wouldn't recommend that. I might be off a little bit, but I feel like that had something to do with Elvis. Wow, that escalated quickly. Alright then. That's a keeper. Camo Specs is keeping the Iron Armor Marine. See, he likes Nurgle. Camo Specs. Whisper me real people name, real people shipping address. We'll get them out to you this week-ish. Hype up Camo Specs. Mostly totally not rigged whatsoever. Was not pooping. Thanks for being here. Alright, let's take that one off. Boom. One more down. You are a fan of Nurgle. Alright, I won't tell Mr. Snails you don't like him. No big deal. Alright, let's reset this. We'll go for like another... I don't know. Something? What time is it? What time is it? It's like 10. Oops. It's like 10. Not the slug. Not feeling the slug. Alright. Let's go like 30 minutes-ish. See what happens. See what happens. So let's see. Luck multipliers. Yep. And remember too, everybody that donates to the stream will get moved to VIP before the stream. So you get a little bit better chance on the keyword giveaways for these things. I think that works. There we go. Exclamation key. I can almost talk. Exclamation point Catbox again. Get in on the next one. Get in while the getting's good. Alright, let's go back to the paint table. There we go. Congrats again to Camel Specs. Look at him. Going for another one. Loving it. Why not? Alright. So let's talk in case we give it away on accident. Oh, come on. Okay. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the who is this? Alania of Summer Song for the new Latari elves from Rune Wars. So their sculpts are getting a lot better. I mean, this actually is pretty cool. Nice textured base. Their sculpts have really come a long ways from their starter box. Like sculpted base, pretty neat. I mean, this is like a high quality. This is way better than stuff you're gonna see like out of a Privateer Press starter. Now I get it. Not everything's gonna be like super like 100% flush and everything. You are gonna have to do a little bit of work on like the swords. But I mean, sculpt-wise, this isn't that bad. Like, this is way better. It's not G-Dub multi-part, but this is way better than a lot of other companies out there. And I mean, to put it together, it's like, hey, there was another part on here, I think. No, maybe not. It was like that in the head. Like, it's super easy. She definitely looks fun to paint. I think if I was gonna pick a faction, I'd probably go with these guys. You can definitely airbrush the crap out of the swords and things. And then there's Lennox Riders, which are like the Battle Cat Riders. This is a Rune Wars. It's a rank and file. It's kind of like a cross between X-Wing miniatures and Warhammer Fantasy Battle, with like X-Wing kind of mechanics. But I mean, not a bad sculpt at all. Now the earlier stuff's a little bit rougher, but not rougher in any sense that it's worse than anything I've seen out there. Like, it's way better than majority of Kickstarters / starter boxes from any other company. So it's pretty cool little stuff. And then it comes with a unit card here that conveys different abilities. Like, that's melee. That's a special effect called Surge. That's a mortal wound, mortal strike, very similar to like in some of the games from 40k and stuff. She has impact hits, she has extra attacks, armor, wounds. Then they have upgrade cards on the back. So it's very similar to X-Wing in this mechanic, where they have like specific slots for upgrades. She has abilities, things like that. The cavalry blocks will have the little trays that lock together. I don't have them out here. The little trays will lock together, and you get discounts off the point values based on the more trays and such you have. Let me see if I can show you. This is the starter right here. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but you can see like there's the archers. So this would be 4 trays, so you get a discount on your points. There's Alania. This is some crazy tree folk thing. Scion, I think it is. And there's some Lennox Riders back there. Battle Cats, basically. So this is the starter. 22 figs. Pretty neat little start to the Rune Wars miniatures game. And then there's like dials and things you set your maneuvers, whether you want to charge, you want to reform, you want to shift. It's all very technical. It's a very fun game to play. We did a battle report on Long War when we got the starter in, just to check it out. I might do more of them. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, the model's fresh. Like, she does look fun angry. She does. Let's take a look at the Lady of Strife too. Why don't we? Since she's the top donator giveaway tonight. I didn't realize when I did the review for this. I mean, I had seen the pictures and I'm like, all right, she's cool. Yeah, I can definitely tell the sculpt is like way better. But then when I started like looking at it, I was like, oh my gosh, she has 4 arms. Like, I thought those were weapon arms on the back. I was like blown away in the video. I didn't realize it. I was like, well, I feel kind of stupid. But what I really like is these crazy blade arm things. Like, these are fresh. They go right here. So they go on the outer, right? They go up here. So these go here, and then she has, actually no, I do that wrong every time. This is her arm that's resting on her hip. This is her weapon arm. Her hips don't lie. But yeah, she can have that arm with the bone scythe, or there's this dope spear arm, or she's got an axe arm too. And then the other ones are these that lock into her hips right there. So, I mean, size-wise, she's like Demon Prince size, right? Yeah, I mean, she's got boobs and a butt. I mean, it is a miniature. Let's be adults. Tom Cruise, get the fire off me. And then she comes with a couple different head options. I'm not sure exactly which one I like the most, but this curvy horn one's pretty cool. And then she's got like super curves right here. That one's pretty neat. Not sure which one I like more. And then her wings lock in pretty well. So, but I mean, the detail works pretty phenom. Like, their sculpts are getting way better. Like, check that out. Now, this is a pre-production. This was the, you know, one of the pre-orders they do. So my understanding is the ones that are coming out after this are going to be more detailed. I may be wrong kind of there, but I mean, if you're going to get more detailed than this, like, come on. That's pretty solid. That's a lot of detail work there. I also like how our boobs are just not hanging out on this one. They're actually like supported by some dope armor. And back here, the legs don't like interface right here to give you those weird cracks around the cheeks that are kind of hard to fill, like on the warrior demon we painted up, which I'm still working on. I want to do these really sick blues. We gotta work out this blue armor right here, but you can see back here where they interface, like it took a little bit of fill work with the Vallejo plastic putty. So I definitely prefer this way of them sculpting. It's way more crisp detail. Like you can just see like the details a lot better from the original Kickstarter stuff to where they're at right now. So they're showing improvement. You know, they got some really interesting like the marketing strategy, you know, putting out the pre-orders ahead of time, and then they go like a general release kind of thing. I think it's really cool. Like, I think it's good to see a company doing well and growing in the way that Creature Catcher's growing. I really think it's neat. It's always good to see companies doing well in this industry because everybody and their mom literally comes up with a Kickstarter. Which may or may not be a good or a bad thing, but I think we could all agree that the the hobby space is definitely pretty full of options when it comes to, hey, I want to do this. You know, it didn't used to be like that. Like 10 years ago, you wanted to do something and you're like searching, you know what I mean? But now we definitely have a lot more options for everything. All right, there she is. Rusty Ditch. Thank you for the follow. What's going on? What'd I miss? Did I pledge Kingdom Death Monster? I did not. I did not. I don't know. They just didn't. Kind of missed out on that one. There's no shame in the commission patent game. You tell him, Luz Gray. Money, time, or skill. It's kind of all the same. Grass, gas, or ass, no one rides for free. I feel like that's a thing too.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Alright, let's get some more boils and stuff done. We're going full boil. I need more yellow. Let's get some yellow out on this palette. And some flesh tone. Looks like it dried up a little bit. There we go. Any other crazy colors? Maybe that crystal. Crystal blue. I'm sure army parents can get mad at me on the blue crystal. How's that looking? And we're back. Looking fresh. Okay. Alright, let's get some boils and stuff in here. Exclamation point. What is that? Hashtag delete? Oh my goodness. I think we'll do some blue. Do we need to do blue? Let's do blue. Oh, hold up. Old people alert. Let's get our reading glasses on. Back in my day, we had a hobby both ways. Uphill. Of course, we had to buy the model. Then we had to like prime it. Then we had to like put it together. I feel like that back is definitely good. What's a good green? We'll do this super. Do we want to do this super bright green? I feel like that's folly. We'll find out. Might be okay. Liking it. And put some right here. I'm not going to do all of them because they're actually going to get accented by the wash some. So I don't need to. Oh no, you know what I just realized? I just realized that's part of the cloak right there. Oh, MFR. Why you do me like that, cloak? Why you do me like that? Alright, we're gonna have to base coat that real quick on the fly. On the fly. Sometimes things like this happen and you're like, what the heck? But it's always better to catch it now than when you're done with it and somebody's like, hey, you know you missed some cloth right there? It's like doing a battle report and everybody wants to comment on the mistakes you make. That never happens. I feel like if we had refs on the field and instant replay when we're doing the games ourselves, we would probably make less mistakes. I'm not even sure there is a perfect game of 40K, to be honest. I know I think about the games I might have played, you know, and I'm like, oh dang, I totally did that wrong. And oh dang, I totally did that wrong. I messed that one up. Okay, I need to remember that for next game. I just don't. I think there's so many variables. Like, it's very hard to have a perfect game of 40K. I feel like it could be very hard. Just gonna go in here and highlight it real quick. 50-50 between the two greens. Now the bright green. And now we'll hit it with the yellow. Get it to where it needs to be. Too much, too much. There we go. That's a sexy man right there. Greenleaf, I am old. I know. The worst. Just push me out on the ice floe. Send me on down the river. You guys keep the resources for the camp. There's an airbrush class. Who's teaching said airbrush class? What's their credentials? We need to vet them. We need to vet them. Rick 4545, thank you for the follow. We're actually 5 subs away from a bonus catnaps to everybody in the stream. Remember, it's we're not airbrushing today, you sillies. It's September, so all new subs are half off, and you get yourself some free catnaps for our giveaways. Just throw that 250 at my face, all over my face. I think we're done with all the base coating, so let's get in here. Let's show you the magic, how the magic's gonna happen. I think what I want to do first is we'll just do. Oh, I need to hit a little dry brush on the mouth. So we're gonna grab our bone, our skeleton bone. A little skeleton bone. Let me grab a dry brush. What can we use? This will work. So dry brushing is a pretty easy technique. You just get a lot of the paint off your brush on a paper towel generally, so you can see how much paint is actually coming off. And then you try to go in, and that is way too big. We're gonna have to use a normal brush, which I don't like doing as a dry brush, but the detail is just not there. This is gonna be more of like a wet brush. Let me grab something appropriate sized. Something I'm not afraid to destroy. I'm not afraid to destroy this brush. Okay, try it again from the top. All right, so now we're gonna get a little, try to get the paint off the end of this brush. Okay. And now just get in here and get these teeth. That's pretty good. Get a little on the jaw, but that'll pull it down. So now we got that. Now we got those teeth.
PC load letter? What does that mean?
Hey, it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. Brandlin163, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so now we got the mouth done. Now it's time to wash. And you know what? I just kind of was really hard on that brush with no reason, so I'm going to get a little water on it. Give it a little, get a little suds in here with the master brush cleaner. And make sure we get the soap everywhere. Gently massage the hairs. Everybody needs their hairs washed, right? Some of us have more hairs than others. It's okay. Doesn't make you more or less than a man. And put this brush away so it doesn't dry out when I never use it again for a couple weeks. Oh, come on. Stop it. Now, the best part of the stream, we get to apply wash. Don't worry, Slow Fuse. I'm not going to use your brush to do it. So first up, we're going to do a little flesh wash from the army painter themselves all over the pale skin. And making sure to get, well, we're going to stay mostly on the pale skin. It's not going to really affect some of these darker colors. We're going to have to come in with a different wash and do it. And we're definitely not going to get any on the green or the metals. Now, what's cool about these, let me show you. I'm there. Give me Haspel hair. That's all I want out of life. So we're going to grab our flesh wash. Now they reformulated, they used to have these things called inks, and now they're washes, but you can still buy the inks. That's what comes in those little cans we talked about earlier. Here it is. So these will say flesh wash, but down here it says washes. You don't want it to say ink anywhere. It's not the same thing. So always make sure you're getting the washes, and then of course they have the red cap. Black caps are for the metals, white caps are technicals and normal paints too. So I'm gonna grab a nice chisel brush. We're gonna work this wash down from the top because gravity, right? And it's you're gonna see instantaneously that it's thin. It is super thin, but it's gonna coat very well. And we're just gonna kind of work it in, making sure there's no glip-glops or Klingons as best we can, kind of pulling it, working it around, putting our reading glasses on because we're old and we can't see as well. So again, just working it around. I'm going to try to avoid this bone area because I'm actually going to prefer a different wash for it. It's okay to get in the mouth. Kind of doesn't matter. I'm going to hit that with a dark wash too here in a minute. But you can see we're working it all the way around and it's already starting to dry. It is going to be a little glossy, but that's okay. We'll hit it with some matte varnish. I assure you it is not an issue. His papers are in order. Come down the back here. Back of the head. And again, this is the alternative to, you know, doing the dip method as they call it. This works just fine, and it's water-based acrylic, so it's a little bit friendlier to hobbying. You could, I mean, you could use whatever wash you want, really. You could use G-Dub stuff. You could use Privateer. I just like this stuff over non-flat surfaces. This stuff's great, really gets in there and works it. Definitely know what to expect out of the product itself, which I enjoy. I don't like to guess. I ain't got time for guessing. This isn't always hobby YOLO. This is like 50% hobby YOLO. So just slowly working around all the areas. I don't want to mess with the green at all. Got something special planned for that. Getting in here, working it up. It's actually very easy to work with. It's nice and thin. This is, I mean, you can do a double coat if you want. Oh, we may in some spots after this dries. That's technically a double coat right there. Try to get some in the cracks and places that it really matters. Make sure we get this leg. Okay. And all down the back. And you can see, like I said, it's not going to matter over that purple. It's just not dark enough to interact with that purple. But with like the yellows and the other bright colors, it will. So it's pretty cool. And there it is. Pull down some of this. Pull down some of our glip glops, our Klingons. We don't want no glip glops. Now at this point you can put it in front of a fan. Not really gonna mess with it because we're gonna do another wash here in a sec. So there's our flesh. Now here's Tim the Great. I like it. So you can see we went a little darker with this guy over here. That's probably 2 coats. But I would rather take 2 steps to do that sort of thing and have more control over it than have one big glob and have to be spread it out, you know, super fast and furious. All right, so now we're gonna grab our dark tone and our strong tone. Where you at, dog? Mild. I don't know who you are. Mild. Who's mild? We got no mild around here. That's not good. So soft tone. Oh, dark tone. There we go. So dark tone and strong tone. These are comparable, like Null Oil, Agrax Earthshade. Null Oil, of course, dark tone. Strong tone would be like your Agrax, comparing them to G-Dub kind of type deal. So I'm going to do a 50-50 mix of these two together. Get like some really dirty, grody stuff. And that's going to be our metal. And I really want to cake that on there. It's going to take a couple of applications to really get this sword where it needs to be. Like, getting in the cracks and such. But when it pops, we'll know it. So that's right there. That's a glip glop. That's a Klingon. That's too much. Get that off there. And then a little bit right there on that belt buckle. So I'm probably gonna have to do with a smaller brush for sure. Speaking of smaller brushes, let's grab that slow fuse number 2 and we'll go strong tone it. We're gonna hit this belt, holding the pants up, what's left of the pants, and we're just gonna go pull around, go around the world with that one. Too much. Too much. Get that B-hole sack. U-Haul poucher. Smooth all that out.
PC load letter? What does that mean?
And back around to the front. I said back around to the front. Boom. And a double mix on the belt buckle right there that we missed. Okay. Also going to use strong tone or dark tone on the mouth. So we can get some dark tone up in there. Yeah, the bright color scheme allows you to mess around, Strength 10 Gaming, with these dope, the ability to pull it down. It kind of makes certain areas brighter or darker depending on how you want. Like, I could leave this guy just like this, flesh-wise, and just maybe hit a second coat like in his toenails and stuff. I feel like it went too hot in there. And that gets the definition on the mouth now. So we're gonna wait for this to dry till we put another application on there. I want it completely dried out. I'm gonna go back here with strong tone, excuse me, dark tone over the purples and pull those out. Remember how I said the flesh tone wasn't gonna interact with them? And it looks like the only thing that's left right now, oh wait, that bone I want to hit, that bone horn up there I want to hit with some strong tone. That's the Agrax. And we're just working that in, pulling it up from the, see, look at that definition. We'll just pull that up from the base where we have the flesh wash already. There we go. So we get that dope looking horn now. There's a huge glip glop right there. How did I miss that? Let's get that out of there. Okay, so it's slowly drying, this blade's slowly drying, but we can work on the green. You know what? I want to dot this eye. Let's dot this eyeball. That way we can give it a highlight after it dries. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. Probably I might have to apply it twice. Now for green, we got some interesting options, and this was one of the things I really thought was kind of cool when I had to try it. So they've got green tone wash and military shader wash. Now the green is a true green, not like G-Dub has like a blue green, but they also have a like a pea green, like this military shader. But this is a true green, which I like. But I also like the military shader. It's kind of a pea green. So I think what I used was the darker green. What's that? Tim the Great, you had this idea that you better keep working, otherwise people forget, and that was dangerous. Then you realize, no, actually, if you take a break, people might be more interested in you. Yup. You subbed Orc Pride just now? The worst. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Try refreshing. Orc Pride, try refreshing. Sometimes if you do the subs and you don't refresh.
I'm doing my part.
What just happened? Two Ho has subscribed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sometimes, see, that worked. Okay. Literally don't know what's going on right now. I need to review some settings. I apologize, folks. Okay. All right, Arc Pride. Yeah, try refreshing. All right, so let's finish this up. We're getting really close on time. This is the dark green, just the green shade. Just give you an idea how it's gonna look. Send me a whisper, Orc Pride, too. I'll take care of it after tomorrow or something. Bringing all this together and making sure I kind of, you want to jump the gap right here and get over there into the flesh, so you create the separation between the two, that contrast, you know.
What the f is the internet?
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.
Wow.
Wow, love minis. Well put. Thank you for the donation. Enjoy those cat naps. The Huff, what's going on? So that just worked for Love Minis. Well, it looks like donations are working, but the subs leave a little bit to be desired. Sorry about that, folks. So any subs, you get if you do 1 month, it's 200 catnaps. I think if you resub, depending on how many months you resub for, it's 100. That setting should be in place, or how many you've resubbed for. It was acting wonky earlier. And almost done here with the first of all these glazes, or these washes. Okay, so we got all that. Now, this is probably where we're gonna stop for the night. But we're so close. We're so close on this. We just need like another wash maybe on the flesh or in specific areas, like the feet, things like that. We definitely need another wash of the combination of the strong tone and the dark tone on the sword here. Looks like it came off right there. I don't know why. And we forgot the hilt. Didn't we? Okay, so we'll let that dry, and then we'll give everything a nice even coat afterwards. So a couple more coats and it's really just gonna kind of pull it all together and pretty much be done. That should be dry. Let's give that eyeball definition with some dark tone. So this is gonna be pretty easy. I'm just gonna go in there and hand jam it. And poop, we got definition. So I'm gonna finish this up before tomorrow night's stream. I'll be on at 11 p.m. Eastern after Kenny, and we'll be working on, I'll show you him finished up. Maybe I'll have his other brothers, his other brother Daryl, all finished up. But if you started, if you didn't see what we started with, this guy on the left basically looked like the guy on the right. All stream we spent detailing him up to this point and then applying washes. So we got a couple more of these guys to do right here and detail out. But eventually he's gonna look like this guy right here ish. But then, of course, we got some bases to do for him, which is going to look similar to this demon base right here. So we've got those to paint up, which we might do tomorrow night. So I got a bunch of those to paint up for these guys. And that's going to be what Mr. Neon Green is going to go in. So he'll be on one of these two once we get them all done. So that's probably going to be our project for tomorrow. Like I said, it's a crazy world right now. I don't know why. Kenny's painting Iron Warriors and I'm painting Nurgle. It just sort of happened. We're pretty much the same person. I feel like we're the same person. Oh, because we had 17 subs? Okay, yeah, the counter... I don't know what's going on. I feel like it probably worked anyway, so let's just give everybody some stuffs. I feel like we probably missed some people because it wasn't tracking. Let's see, how do I do that? What is it, 30? 30 bonus all. Online users, 30. I think that works. 84 viewers just got 30 catnaps. Thank you guys. Putting up with my technical ridiculousness. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I feel like the raffle's over too. The raffle is over. If you guys are looking, trying to figure out the redemptions, is redemption plural, exclamation point. That'll get you in there. I've not done this much talking in a while. I'm out of drink. Well, alright. We're almost over anyways. Maximum effort mode. What just happened? Tim the Great donated. Oh, I see why. Is G Finnegan still here? I thought he wanted the lady. Alright, well, let's draw this cat box here. It looks like we got another one to do as well. Question mark? Alright. Everybody come on back. Stop pooping. I know you're pooping. I should have a backup drink. You're right. I guess I got just straight water out of my gooseneck. I could be like I'm sportsing. Not the same. At least it's not paint water. Mmm, so good. Delicious. I'm sportsing. Hobby water, that's right. It is not bong water. Can confirm. Alright, everybody's back. I feel like we are here. Here we go. Drawing a winner. LT, clearly rigged. Hi, Mr. LT. There it is. Are you here? Not pooping. Good. Excellent. We're on the right track. Let's do this. Alright, so one down, lots more to go. And here we go. Obligatory rig comment. Ooh. Alright, LT. You want to get into Rune Wars? You kids heard about Rune Wars? You want some of this? What you think, man? Where's my mouse? I need a mouse. You want to keep it, dude, or you want to reactivate? Okie doke. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Grab him from LT. All right, Contemptor Dreadnought. How about now, sir? None of them crazy wood elves for you. I understand. He likes. Oh, right. We have terms. I said we have terms. Whisper me real people names and stuff, just so I have it. I have to cut and paste it in for the cat helpers. There. Remove. Boom. So, congrats on the win. Obligatory rig comment. Let's reset this. Let's do 5 minutes. Do the last one. This will probably outlast the top donator, but that's okay. Here we go. This is actually Catbox number 3. Exclamation point. Catbox. One more time. Hammer time.
Thank God for them internets.
You're not wrong, Pam. Gonna take a drink from this hobby water. I'm the worst. This is such a terrible idea. Can I ask Catbox? I don't think that works. Hobbyhawk Studios. Okay. So we cover everything tonight. I feel like we did. I feel like we did some really good hobbying, actually. Let me check on my mans. What's going on? Check your catnaps. If you resub tonight or something and you did not get things, I can help. Just whisper me. I can help. My name's Robbie B and I can help. I'm mostly an adult when it comes to technology. You should get 100 catnaps for resubbing. I feel like Twitch and they got to be working on something behind the scenes because we are not getting animations for subs and resubs. Not sure what that's about. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this a little bit more. 3 minutes left. Exclamation point Catbox for the last one. Looks about down to a minute on the Lady of Strife. Loves minis. Might be coming from behind. Beat out Chief Finnegan. Oh, I'm sure you're owed more, Tim the Great. I saw yours work. I know yours worked. It could be a lot of times if they come in at the same time, like you have 2 actions at the same time, it's like, I can't handle it, it's too much. That happens a lot. Things, reasons, I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm not a streamologist. We use, what do we use? OBS? OBS. And Twitch alerts. And Deepbot. And there's all sorts of things. I'm surprised it all works half the time.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
It looks like it's over. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. Loves Minis, you have won the Lady of Strife. Congratulations.
And I know things.
I hope you enjoy it. Message me your real people name, real people shipping address. We'll get it out to you. this weekish. Love minis. Sorry about the gallery being down tonight, folks. We will maybe do a gallery tomorrow night after Kenny, but I feel like if y'all are watching Kenny, you're probably just going to put your stuff in there anyways. So maybe we will, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll be working. All these questions will be answered tomorrow. Alright, 56 seconds left on the Catbox. And then we're going to go find somebody to go raid. So get your brand new cat emoticons ready to go raid some folks here. We'll select a victim here. Alright, is it over? Are we there yet? But when will them be now? There we go. Alright, again, if you're in the bathroom, come on back. It's time to put this puppy to bed. Yeah, Lady of Strife, it's a creature caster. You can check it out over on creaturecaster.com. Tonight was a win it before you can buy it. I think they had pre-orders up that are shipping out. Remember too, I think on Thursday of this week, they will have the Lady of Depravity up for pre-order. First 100 pre-orders for that one. And then it'll go back to normal order in a couple of weeks. Yep. We've all done. All right, here we go. Drawing a winner. Cators, you did it. Are you not on the sub? Or are you on the train? I hope you're not on the train. I hope you're here and not pooping. There it is. Cators is here. He did it. Hype him up. He missed one last time because he was on the train. You'd be surprised how complicated those trains are. There's like A trains and L trains. It's all sorts. It's a thing. You have to get like cards. There you go. Alright, you know how it works. Let's jump over there real quick. The last cat tub of the night. Here we go. You get something, maybe. How about a 2D privateer terrain set? That's the fantastic set from our friends over at GameOut.eu. The mousepad material for playing games of Privateer Press. You want to stick with that, or you want to reactivate for 200 catnaps? What do you say? I think this one is a it's a desert theme. I think that's the one I grabbed. Let me show you. It is. I got one handy. Yeah, I got one handy. So it's this it's like a set of terrain specific for a privateer. They're like there's ponds and there's like a feature. Oh, let me get this in focus. That would probably help. It's all very well done. These were the sets they used at SmogCon this year in London. There's like some palm trees and stuff. It's just a lot easier for measuring more accurately in the game of Privateer. They love this 2D terrain stuff. I got a bunch of sets of it. This is the desert theme one, but it comes with a lot of pieces there. Well, there's a couple more. The trench stuff. You have no room to play? I feel you. You got enough to reroll you want to reactivate? Okay, no problem. Oh, here we go. Probably want to see this. All right, so that is Black Talon or Slamulix. That's the new characters from your choice of either Mrs. Ladycast or Mr. Snails for Nurgle. The two special characters that come in Blight War. Your choice, of course, which one you would want. If you're into that sort of thing. Or it looks like you have enough to reactivate one more time if you want. Bum bum bum. The chick is actually really good if you play Stormcast. You could use the Mr. Snails for 40k. I mean, he could be like a herald or something. Yeah, you could definitely Nurgle it up. Or 40k it up. Say it's a greater demon or something. It's on a large cab base, but I mean... Alright, you want Mr. Snails? Oh, you want... Oh, okay. You got it. Lady cast for you. Cators, message me or whisper me your real people name. Real people, shipping address, just so I have it. And we'll get this stuff out this week. Cators, got it. Okay, no problem. We got you. I don't know what that word means. So I'm gonna Google it later. I'm old. Cool. All right, remove. All right, everybody. That was a great show. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for painting along with me. We're gonna do more tomorrow. I'll show you the finished up product there, which really it's just a couple more coats of wash just to transform it up. Wolfsark, Java Balls took a video of me playing at that church up in White Plains. That was a long time ago. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I couldn't even tell you what year that was. That was at least 10 to 12 years ago. I probably look the same. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern, after Kenny's stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're getting ready. Get your new emoticons ready. We're gonna go a raiding, a waffling, a raid a waffling. 2009. That sounds about right. That's when I was definitely living. I was definitely living in an island in 2009 for sure. So sounds about right. Good 10 years ago, right? Give or take. Ah, I miss New York. So good. All right, let's see who we're gonna raid. Are we meeting? We're meeting. All right, here we go. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.
It's slamming. All right. Expect nothing. Yeah, I usually.